Wait, stop scrolling. You've got to look at the Social Security. We want to run Social Security analysis for you. There's so much knowledge out there and so much articles and blogs and YouTubes and all this. And it's almost always just high level, general in nature. Maybe you should take it 62, maybe 67, maybe 70, and you get out of it and you're like, oh, what should I do personally? That's great for the typical, general person who just wants to sit and learn for hours and hours and hours to get knowledge, to know something that's not specific to their situation. We have software that is specific to a person's situation. You tell us how long you think you'll live. You tell us what your Social Security income is expected to be based on your Social Security statement using your full retirement age benefit. What you think the cost of living adjustment is going to be on average in Social Security. We know what it's been historically. We use that number inside of our software. And whether you're single or married, when you think you should take, when you think your spouse should take, and then we'll compare your custom strategy that you think is best versus an optimal strategy that the software, after crunching all the numbers, thinks is best if all those inputs play out, right? So very specific, very important. Let's take a look at the software. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. So we've got made up names, made up dates of birth, made up numbers, all that good stuff. So here we show John and Jane say, we're going to take early, right? Maybe they're thinking, I'm not going to live very long. I'm not healthy. They don't trust the government. They think the government will run out of money, whatever the reason may be. And we run those numbers and then the software runs it. And it actually says, well, John should file at 70 and Jane should file at 69, right? That's the optimal strategy based on the software's analysis. What does this mean? It means monthly when they start out, if they had started taking their early ages at 62, of course, they'd have more money per month because the other one's not paying anything until John is 70 and Jane is 69. Now we look at that, what happens later? Well, here they're getting $4,600 per month and $5,087 more per month. How about annually? Well, similar scenario, their custom strategy starts here, but then the annual amount takes over from the optimal strategy. And as you can see here, they're making $62,000 more per year at the height of this illustration. Cumulative here, we're saying that John and Jane, there's a break-even point somewhere right here for them. And it's around John age 78, Jane age 69. And then the optimal strategy takes over. If all the variables played out the way that they told us that the numbers, the variables they wanted to input, it comes to about $576,000 more by having this analysis, knowing it ahead of time, running the right strategy. Well, what if then you say, well, what if, the benefit was actually smaller? Jane's didn't work as much. John was higher. Let's say he's 3,600. And let's say John, we think will live to 95 because his dad did. And we think Jane will make it to 98 because her mom did. And then we play with those. So you're kind of seeing what's going on here. Well, now it actually shows that the cumulative benefits, if those variables play out, $1.3 million more for the optimal strategy. So you get the idea. Why have all this general information that is probably not incredibly useful to you in your specific and your unique situation? So what we would like to do is run Social Security analysis, this Social Security report, for you specifically. However, because everybody wants this, we can't just go out and be spending all of our days running these software illustrations, this analysis. So we limit it to 5 per week, just 5 per week. So you better click now to get on that list, to apply, to be qualified to get this report. We only offer it to 5 people per week. So act now.